Hoza, hoza, hoza.
Welcome to Soweto.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to another vlog. So I'm just going to be going on a hop on and off bus to Soweto. I love the hop on and off bus. I've used it before when I did a solo trip to Malta. It's absolutely amazing. I would recommend it to anyone. And they usually cost less than £30 per person. But it's the whole day. The only thing is, if there's a site where you have to pay to get in, then that's different. When I did the Malta trip, made a few friends, one whom I'm still really, really close to today. So I would recommend that if you're doing a solo trip particularly, hop on and off is the way to go. There's a route map and everything. It tells you where you're going and how long it will take. And there's a bus every 40 minutes or 30 minutes, depending on the country. So if you stop, say, at a museum, you know that you've got 40 minutes until the next bus. And they usually start around 9 o'clock. I'm catching the 9:40. So right now, I think it's 9 o'clock or just before 9. I'm going to get it from a hotel in Rosebank. So that's where the bus starts from. And then it does a loop, so it takes you all the way back. And I think the last bus would be around, say, 5, 6. That's when the last bus, not leaving, but the last bus to arrive at Rosebank. So I think the latest you can catch it for you to get back at 6 is 1 o'clock. So it's almost like a 5-hour trip. But then what it means is you're not really seeing the sights. So I'm excited to see Mandela's house. There's also those iconic towers in Soweto, you know, the colourful ones. If you watch, I can't remember his name, the guy who died on stage, he's got one of his popular songs there with the iconic towers. But I'm excited. I'm just waiting for the Uber right now, so... Okay, am I jumping out? All right, thank you. Anyway, I am here. I think, let me just find out what time the next bus is. Good morning. I'm all right, thank you. I wanted to catch the 9:40, but I'm assuming it's left. Oh, it's gone there. Okay, no worries. So the next one is what time? 10:20, yeah? And it's this one, 10:20, all right. Yeah, a lot of minutes. My taxi driver got lost, so yeah. There's already people on the bus. I was told to come 10 minutes before it leaves. I'm gonna have to wait for the Soweto connection. The one at 9:40 was perfect because you just get there and the bus is already there. But with this one, you have to... Hello, I'm back again. Our first stop was Melrose Arch, home to Johannesburg's finest boutique shopping from local and international designers. The bus has a pre-recorded guide tour. The audio tells you what to look out for and on which side of the bus. The audio also tells you interesting stuff about Johannesburg and how it came to be. Did you know Johannesburg is the youngest but large city in the world at just 130 years old? This was Mandela's second home. When he was released from prison, he went back to his home in Soweto, but there was a lack of security as everyone in Soweto wanted to see him, including journalists. This home is now a tourist attraction with a restaurant. This was Mandela's third home and also where he died. Did you know Joburg is the largest man-made urban forest in the world? It is very leafy, with over 10 million trees in the city. It is also quite hilly, Here we are on the Munro Drive to get to the viewpoint. It was made popular when gold was found and people flooded here to make a better life for themselves. Johannesburg was nicknamed Egoli, the place of gold. Joburg has so much fascinating history. This is Constitution Hill. It has a male and female prison. This is where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned before being taken to Robben Island.
Nelson Mandela, he was here before to go to Robben Island. We have a women's jail that side. Anyone who doing Soweto, I want Soweto, sir.
No, I'm doing Soweto.
You doing Soweto?
Yeah. Despite it going into winter, it was really, really hot. It was a sunny day. Next, we went to the old mining business district in the centre of town where the Home Affairs office is situated. If you're a foreigner in South Africa, you'll be familiar with this place. I hopped off here for the Soweto tour. You pay extra for it, and I was advised to take my earphones with me for when I get back on the bus. Okay, so I'll be waiting here. I'm gonna have a bit of something to eat. I haven't had breakfast. Couldn't help myself. I just had to buy the wings because what I've realized is they're all different depending on. I know it's not an excuse, but I am excusing myself kind of, as to why I bought these after having a burger. But there's only 4 wings. Okay, I need to start going now. I think because we're waiting for the other bus and it's now arrived. It's pulling in. The famous Soweto bus, which will take me to Nelson Mandela's place. Those that advised me to sit on the left of the bus. That's what I'm going to do.
Who is the owner of Amapiano? Thank you very much. Now he from Devin now. South Africa. Thank you very much. Lady. And her name is Kiwu and Bonnie. Can you say hello to the beautiful ladies?
Hello, beautiful ladies.
And before you start, I'd love to know your names and which part of the world are you from? This is our first stop, which we call our calabash and our pride joy. FNB Stadium. 1990, when we spoke on this beach, it was in this stadium, and people came all over Soweto to see their hero. Wait, sorry. 11th of July 2010, it was hosted in this stadium. Okay, we can hop on for 1 minute for pictures.
After the uprising in 1976, black people started to build better houses in Soweto. Unfortunately, they weren't allowed to build in the suburbs, so they were limited by space. Before the uprising, they weren't allowed to build nice houses.
This is one of the best hospitals you'll find in the world. And that's the entrance of the hospital, Pisani Baragwana Hospital. And you can find the biggest trauma unit in the world in this hospital. And that's
Guys, I was disappointed that the iconic, colourful Soweto towers weren't painted as I had anticipated. Look at these examples. Anyway, we're now in Orlando. This is where Trevor Noah from The Daily Show is from.
This is the home of soccer in South Africa. Legends in this stadium.
It's interesting how the Orlando Stadium is built to mimic the shacks of Soweto to show how Soweto was born. The stadium is therefore the biggest shack in the world. I made friends with Natalie and Kale. Natalie took pictures of me all day and I took pictures of her as well.
In your hand, the fingers are not equal. You close your hand, the fingers are equal. This simple says, we may not be equal out of Soweto. In Soweto, we are equal. There is no black and white, we are all human. They were forced to learn everything in Afrikaans. The young one, they said, no, we don't understand Afrikaans. We don't want Afrikaans. We feel that Afrikaans is a language of oppressors. All we just want equal education. In 1976, on the 16th of June, they decided to have a peaceful march with different placards written, "To hell with Afrikaans. Afrikaans must be abolished. We learn in Afrikaans, lest the white people learn in Zulu." They were now confronted by 300 police. They were singing in Zulu, asking, "What have we done? Is it a sin that we are blacks?" So there was miscommunication. Around, they stoned the dog to death. One of the police said one officer down. They meant the dog because the life of a trained police dog was more important than the life of a black person. One of the dogs was named Shaga, after our king, Shaka Zulu. That is when the police decided to shoot randomly. The first bullet shot this young boy. He was only 12 years of age. Then a journalist who saw them as they were coming, he snapped the picture. Hector Pieterson was the youngest to die, not the first. The apartheid government introduced a pencil test where it says, put your pen on your head, shake your head down. If the pen falls, you are not black, you are colored. Or they will take a ruler and measure the length of your nose. If your nose is more than 2 millimeters, that means you are not black, you are colored.
The red granite slab is to symbolize the blood that was shed during the apartheid era.
Yes, we can move on.
Mandela's house. He lived in that house for a period of 15 years before his arrest. So Nelson Mandela was originally born in the Eastern Cape. He came to Johannesburg in search of a better life. So he first moved into this house with his first wife, Evelyn. Evelyn was a nurse working for the government. So back then, if you're a government employee, you were given such a house to pay rent every single month. They had 4 children together, 2 girls and 2 boys. So she decided the politics that Nelson was involved in were too violent. She took her kids and she moved out of the house. In 1958, that's when Nelson married the famous Winnie Mandela. With Winnie Mandela, they had 2 daughters. Unfortunately, the last born daughter, Zinzi, she passed in 2020 due to COVID-19.
Soweto, Mandela, Tutu, Vilagazi, Azaza,
Robert Mugabe was one of 2 people to contribute to the purchase of Winnie Mandela's house when she divorced Nelson Mandela. Graça Machel, Nelson Mandela's 3rd wife, is in the Guinness World Book of Records as the only person to have married 2 presidents. Thank you very much. The day I did this tour was 18 April, a day Zimbabwe celebrates independence. Here I am going to an apartheid museum. The irony is not lost on me, guys. Zimbabweans experienced similar oppression too. So yours is in Afrikaans? So basically, I need to go on this side. That's hilarious. So you're a non-white. You can catch the rest of my experience at the Apartheid Museum in the Apartheid vlog. You know when they say something is heavy, this is it. The museum was just too heavy. The bus is here. See, so this is the last bus. So I have to catch it. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more content. Bye.